Tough to compensate, to say the least.
Down a star player, as long as that continues to be the case, they'll have to find a way to compensate.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Adebayo is the pivot with Tucker playing the 4. Victor Oladipo is out there with Lowry, and it's Butler in at the 3 slot. And for the Nets, the talented guard pair of Irving and Harden in the backcourt. The small and power forwards are Harris and Durant, and it's Jordan in at the 5. Lowry passes to Butler. Lowry drives in and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Puts it up. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Irving's got his team on the board to start the game for the Nets. Now the Heat with it. They get a hand on it. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. For 3, it's Adebayo with the rebound. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Take a look at the Heat. They ascend up the list to number 3 with some spirited play.
And you know, for the Nets, they're coming together probably slower than most people anticipated, but still extremely dangerous, but trying to work out some kinks here early on.
And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
And it's such a great feeling to come out strong, but it's hard to maintain that consistency. The teams that do, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strength. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And here's Oladipo following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. 13 feet away. And again, it's Brooklyn converted. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nets.
Their aggressiveness on D has been the most glaring aspect of this game so far. They have the heat turned all the way up in this first half.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Adebayo catches and finishes with ease.
The shot's good from Irving.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
Well, Kyle Lowry, one of the big names in free agency last summer, made his mind up pretty quickly and wanted to go to Miami. With his competitive nature, he should be a terrific fit with the culture the Heat have built.
Here's Irving. Following the basket by Bam Adebayo. The 3. And the Nets, another 3.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid, coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And some changes here for the Heat. Robinson's checked in for P.J. Tucker, and it's Tyler Hero in for Victor Oladipo.
You know, Kyrie's love for the game can never be questioned. At the end of the day, he's all about producing results for his team.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
I mean, the ridiculous production from beyond the arc. They have to find a way to cool him down.
Here's Lowry. 17 points in his last outing. Knocked away. Irving with the steal. And the rejection by Lowry.
Flashing the veteran instincts on defense there. Lowry is crafty at using his size and IQ to swat shots away.
Now, here is Irving. Against Washington, he was really on his game. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. That sends Kyrie Irving to the free throw line. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. The Nets have made their only other free throw attempt today on an earlier trip to the line.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Miami. Miller comes in for Kyle Lowry. Knocks it loose. Harris finds Irving. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And that one, good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Hero with it. He's picked up by Irving. Harris against Miller. Robinson up top over Irving. Robinson misses.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
A nice shot by Irving. Irving's got 26.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front. Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
And yes, it's good. And he has 28 points for the game.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And Kevin Durant signing an extension this past offseason, locked in with the Nets for the next 4 years. Seems like there's a very good chance Durant could end his career in Brooklyn.
And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Fourth, Kyrie Irving.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Hero with it. Covered by Irving. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Brooklyn with the ball. Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Magic.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure in that one. Didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Hero from long range. The shot off that time, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
There's Hero with a three, and the three ball is good.
We see this a lot from Tyler. Instead of going all the way to the rack, he pulls up.
Outside Irving. It's good. Irving's got 38 points.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Robinson for three, and again, Miami with the triple.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, this offense is there.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. It's the Nets running away with it. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, Kyrie.
I just go back to being in my backyard and, just practicing all my layups or all my finishes. That's what I go back to. I mean, this is when I'm in that situation.
Oh, it is indeed the English, the angles. He is a magician out there, Greg, with the ball in his hands.
And his godfather, Rod Strickland, another New York point guard legend who was known for his improvisational finishes. Kyrie had it from the soil.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
So with Lowry on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got Dwayne Dedman, Tyler Hero out there with Robinson. Then there's Darius Miller, and it's Tucker in at the four-man position.
Dominating when it matters most. Give him the ball and get out of the way.
Stolen by Harden. Irving against Miller. Again, the Nets for two.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Stolen by Harden. Outside, KD. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Durant. Irving's got 48.
And guys, give them credit. I mean, they've taken advantage of the turnovers in the open floor.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. After their trip to the NBA Finals in 2020, Miami Heat is looking to get back to that championship round. Jimmy Butler says, we know what we're capable of. We want to get back to the finals. We can get back there. I like our chances against anybody, honestly. Nobody intimidates us. Kevin?
Great attitude. They've shown they can compete at the highest level, David. Thank you. Here's Oladipo following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Outside, Robinson. Irving against Oladipo. Back to Robinson. 5 on the clock. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Robinson's got his second basket of the night.
And when Oladipo makes passes like that, his team kicks into a whole new gear offensively.
Sinks the triple. And we all know basketball is a game of runs, but Steve, why can it so often seesaw like that? 1 minute a team is ice cold. The next, they can't miss.
I think confidence is such a big part of the game. Also rhythm. When you see shots fall, it snowballs. On the other hand, when you can't take the lid off of it, that confidence can go another direction.
Here's Oladipo following the basket by Kyrie Irving, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And he gets the bucket. Irving's got 57 points.
Another turnover there leading to a basket.
Poked loose. Puts up a three. And got it. Another basket. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
And here they go. Griffin finds Irving. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
It didn't take long tonight for Kyrie to realize he was in the zone. Incredible performance.
Oladipo dishes to Robinson. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Count the basket.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
They double him with Irving. There's the pass to Tucker. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Oladipo for three. Rebounded by the Nets.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here is Robinson. He's got 6. Here's Irving. Takes it inside. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 70 points for Kyrie Irving.
And guys, they've allowed an embarrassing number of points off those turnovers.
Adebayo with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Connects again.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Driving in, and the basket is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now, here's Tucker, defended by Durant. Robinson kicks to Oladipo. They can't stop the run with that one. Here's Irving. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Stolen by Harden. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And yep, another basket. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
Drives to the hoop. Good, he hits again. And there it is, 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
Tucker with the ball. Durant's there. Deep 2 from Robinson. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets able to put on a show for the ages. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points. And that's going to do it for us here. The second.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
They're asking a lot of him, shouldering the load in a number of areas. You just hope he has enough left at the end.
Wing pairing, it's Harden and Harris. Jordan is out there with Durant, and it's Irving at the point guard position. And that's the group for Steve Nash as we begin the second half.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Up the floor, Jordan the pass to Irving. Good, that's another bucket. That's 91, an incredible feat.
This is just flat out insane.
Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
I just hate seeing this, but no need to jump the gun. Let's see what it turns out to be.
Mills, he's checked in for the Nets. That's tipped. Mills with the steal. Here's KD, and then Durant with the dunk.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make. They are executing.
Makes it off the glass. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
Nice calculation by Mills and quick hands. We see it all the time. The turnover leading to points in transition.
Passes it to Harden inside, and KD throws it down.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Here's Durant. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
And you see the improved strength of Kevin Durant, able to convert through contact now.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for P.J. Tucker, and it's Tyler Hero in for Victor Oladipo. Outside Butler. Good ball movement here by the Heat. To the paint, here's Dedmon. Jordan with some nice D. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Accurate from deep. Durant's a gifted shooter, one of the best we've ever seen.
Knocked Loose. He swipes the ball away again.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end. Now here is Lowry. Defense is right there. For the three. And it's Durant. That time on the assist by Mills. Mills has got 3 assists tonight.
Really their own worst enemy right now with all these turnovers.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim. He ends a huge run by Brooklyn. And Bam Adebayo, picked 14th in the 2017 draft, has made huge improvements throughout his career. The guy is a hard worker.
Durant, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
He covers so much ground with every stride. Hard to get into position against KD.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. And both free throws good for Durant. And Coach Spoelstra says that Adebayo continues to put in the work to improve.
And Kevin, you see it in his game every year. He never takes a summer off, comes back each fall with a new wrinkle to his repertoire. Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there. Putting a little creativity into it. Durant usually making it look easy, but not here.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile 1 block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Lowry can't get it to go. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. Time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Irving. What's the status, David?
Well, Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Nets. He told me they've diagnosed it as a sprain in his foot. Fortunately, it's not a fracture, but still nothing to take lightly. This is never the way you want to lead off, but they have no choice. They still have to play the games. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him.
The long strides of Durant gliding through the lane. Throw it down, big fella.
Tipped away. Durant with the steal. There's the drive, and he uses the glass on the layup. Durant's got 38 points. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Nets.
They've been playing such pesky defense. It's been very impressive, especially all the turnovers they've caused.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's Adebayo. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. And then for Miami, Miller comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Kyle Lowry. Butler dishes to Dedmon. Back to Butler. And the foul on Joe Harris. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Miami. P.J. Tucker comes in for Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Jimmy Butler. And Jordan sends it back.
Can't be careless with DeAndre is around. He slaps shots back with some real authority.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Poked away. nabbing another steal.
Steal after steal. He's been everywhere.
Oh, he's on a historic pace. Greg, he's approaching third most steals for a game. And so it's Brooklyn, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost...
Get this next bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the court for the Heat, we've got Teague, and it's Strus in at the shooting guard. And here's Harden for 3. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14. Fires the 3. Sampson pulls it in. And Teague's at the ball here for Miami. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pitch stop before hitting the road again. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Pass to Strus. Teague surveying the D. Off target with his 3. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Chalk up 2 there.
Known as more of a shooter than a playmaker, Mills has improved at running the offense.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Griffin sends it back. The finish, and Harden with the stuff.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. And another steal for him.
He's making history, tied for 3rd most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. Luwawu is checked in for James Harden. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Pass to Strus. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. And the shot goes down.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And there's the drive. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Greg, last season, we saw a lot of opinions about the play-in tournament, especially from players. Where did you fall on that thinking?
Well, I'm going to put on my fan hat right now, Kevin, and I thought it was exciting. I mean, seeing the stakes get raised for those teams that are right on the edge, I think it brings more interest for teams. But if I was still playing, I probably wouldn't like it if I had locked up the playoffs and still had to go play to earn a berth.
Griffin with the steal. Count that bucket. Griffin's got his first bucket of the night.
And really pushing the tempo. Fast break buckets, a big factor for them offensively.
Griffin with the steal. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And he finishes the break with the lay-in.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
For Miami, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Brown wide open. He fires. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
You see Griffin keeping his eyes up, looking for a hole in that defense.
Now here's Teague, covered by Mills. Can they get it? And Griffin sends it back.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Shots good by Mills.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Now here's Teague. He's tightly guarded. Mills with the steal. Lays it in off the breakaway. Mills has got 5 points now in the quarter.
A proficient scorer out in space. Mills hustles up court, gets the look he wants.
Teague the pass to Strus. To the inside. Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Here's Mills. Good, nice job down low.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
He is cold-blooded, drops the dagger, piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
Ball's knocked loose. Mills with the steal. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And you watch Patty. He has the ball on extreme as he works into position for the shot he wants.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important. Here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge. And what a huge standout performance it was
for Kyrie Irving.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
That's tipped. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Mills passes to Durant from downtown, and the Nets another 3.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Dedmon kicks to Teague. Got a piece of it. Just 5 on the clock. It is now to Sampson. Shoots over Griffin. That's short off the rim. Now Kevin Durant. And so it's Brooklyn.